500 residents of Karu district in Abuja benefit from free medical outreach.
Hello, glad to have you join us on Nta Channel 5 News at 7. I am Blessing Fulani. Remember to join our YouTube channel on Nta Channel 5 Abuja. Starting the bulletin from the State House, President Bola Tinubu has commended members of the armed forces for the progressive successes being recorded in the fight against insecurity in some parts of the country. This was as he launched the 2025 Armed Forces Remembrance Day celebration emblem appeal at the State House.
No matter what economic theory we propagate or postulate, if we have no security, you cannot promote peace and development. I'm grateful to all of you on behalf of the country. To you all, we have to continue to strive to eliminate conflict in our country, to eliminate terrorism, banditry, and make priority the stability of this country.
The emblem we will unveil today symbolizes our commitment to honor the fallen heroes and support those who continue to serve. I want to therefore highlight that their sacrifice and untiring efforts at keeping Nigeria safe are perfectly aligned with President's promise to conquer all forms of insecurity in Nigeria. We therefore come together annually to reflect on the sacrifices of our armed forces to our nation and express our unwavering gratitude.
And now to FCT matters. Enormous economic opportunities await residents of the Pai community who are predominantly farmers. This follows the flag of the construction of Pai Gomani Community Road in Kwali Area Council. Onoze Yakubu has details.
Pai and Gomani communities in Kwali Area Council of the FCT are by vocation agrarian, predominantly farmers. The road linking the two communities is, however, deplorable. This flag-off ceremony is the residents' long-time dream coming to reality. Speakers commend the grassroots infrastructure drive of the Wiki-led administration.
These roads symbolize more than just asphalt and concrete. They represent bridges connecting communities, fostering unity and shared prosperity.
My Kwali Stadium has turned to a hideout of these bad people. So if you see that stadium, it's to a standard. I will want to kick off wicked tournaments and I don't have stadium. How do I do it, sir?
The people of this area, the farmers here, will continue to pay for you.
FCT Minister, while reiterating President Tinubu's commitment to providing critical infrastructure at the grassroots, gives an express approval for the construction of the other segment of the road.
I want to make diamond of a particular sum, and we are going to do A2 to Pai as a emergency project.
The delivering period for the project is 12 months. Onoze Yakubu, NTA News.
The Federal Capital Territory is taking significant steps to transform Abuja into a world-class city. As part of this effort, the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike has launched a campaign to rid the capital city of beggars. This initiative aims to improve the city's image and provide a safer environment for residents and visitors. Hawaii Jimba reports that about 15 beggars have been apprehended so far.
The raid, led by the FCT Commissioner of Police Olatunji Disu, resulting to the arrest of 15 beggars and 19 scavengers around the city center. The operation, including the police, military, Department of State Services, Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, and various paramilitary agencies, consists of 4 teams. FCT Commissioner of Police Olatunji Disu described the initiative as a national assignment, emphasizing the need for professionalism among the enforcement teams while strictly upholding the minister's directives.
We have homes for the beggars. We have agencies who take care of them where they're taking them to, and the government will be providing, feeding them, where a lot of plans have been put in place to ensure they are trained.
Director, FCTA Security Services, Department Adamu Gwari, represented by the Secretary of the Center, explained that efforts will be carried out both day and night.
Honorable Minister FCT gave them 1 week ultimatum to leave the city or face being arrested. And as we commenced the operation, we realized that most of them are actually hacking to the voice of the minister.
Director of Social Welfare at the FCT Social Welfare Secretariat, Dr. Rabe Sani, explained the next steps for those arrested.
Specifically, on my side, is the issue of beggars, destitute, and mentally challenged.
Every stakeholder is involved, and from our own part, we are to ensure that all the miscreants constituting various forms of environmental nuisances are apprehended.
Head of Enforcement at the Abuja Environmental Protection Board, Kaka Bello, reiterated that the initiative extends beyond targeting beggars, noting that the goal is also to restore order and cleanliness throughout the city. Hawagimba, NTA News.
Moving on, the Rotary Club of Abuja, CBD, has demonstrated its commitment to serving humanity by donating essential materials to the Gidangimba community in Nasarawa State. Sandra Kemet reports that the gesture is one of their pet projects.
The Rotary Club of Abuja CBD said they are thrilled to support Gidangimba community with their 3-in-1 project in order to improve the quality of life for these individuals, particularly children, and to empower them to reach their full potentials. The first project donation under maternal and child health had mama kits, malaria drugs, and mosquito nets for pregnant women, while the second project was the donation of 100 leaves branded exercise books, writing materials, and stationaries for basic education, as well as Project 3, which had donations of raw food and skills acquisition for economic and community development.
Our coming here is to show love to the community, because it's one of the Rotary criteria that we have to do. We are bound to go out to communities, show them love, encourage them, help them out of poverty, teach them so many skills that will help them, that at least they'll be economically buoyant and help themselves.
We're also here to do a medical outreach, and we have our doctors and nurses here, and it's free.
We know you are struggling, even in the cities we are struggling, not to talk of here. So any little thing we are able to give, we know it will go a long way to touch lives and, alleviate whatever condition that they are going through.
Rotary has 7 areas of focus, and for this particular one, we have combined 3 together in one.
Beneficiaries of the community applauded the intervention adopted by the club and pledged to make use of the materials accordingly.
Thank you to these women. They have been coming to my community for the past 8 years to help us.
The Rotary Club of Abuja CBD also carried out free medical checkups for the residents. Sandra Akeme, NTA News.
About 500 residents of Karu district have benefited from the free medical outreach organized by the Gospel Light Redemption Church, Karu. Again, Sandra Akeme reports that this is the church's 2nd annual community intervention in the same location.
As part of giving back to society, organizers of the free medical outreach say the initiative is to bring much-needed healthcare services to the doorstep of residents who lack access to quality medical care.
Beyond just preaching to our members, we felt that the pressure in the society can be reduced if we are able to contribute our own quota. My sincere counsel to the government of the day is that they should look squarely at the high cost of living, which includes medical bills.
The youth arm of Gospel Light Redemption Church, Kari District, is actually anchoring this year's annual medical outreach. There are some people that have been in their houses that have not had the opportunity to have as simple as a malaria test or a hepatitis test for a whole year or two. So we felt, Gospel Light Redemption Church felt it is good to give back to them.
The services rendered to Kari residents were free medical consultation, lab tests, eye screening, eyeglasses, cervical cancer screening, treated mosquito nets, as well as medications, which beneficiaries appreciated.
I went to the doctor and they tested me malaria, and that one is done. I've collected it, and they went to the eye. Everything is complete. They gave me eyeglass. They checked my eye and everything.
You can see the different of the drugs they give to me. You can see it. You know, if you go to pharmacy now, you know how much this thing will cost you. It will cost you heavy money, and they give free of charge. Even this thing they do in my back, I know that it will cost a lot of money, but they do free for me. God will bless them.
Part of the intervention was also the sharing of clothes and shoes, among other items. Gospel Light Redemption Church intends to sustain this intervention in future. In Abuja, Sandra Akeme, NTA News.
Many thanks, Sandra. Now, audiovisual materials, when well archived, are not only essential to teach the younger generation of the past, but also provide storage of cultural heritage and history. This is why professionals are encouraged to properly preserve their work in spite of factors that could jeopardize the protection of audiovisual heritage. Abdullahi Ajia, in this special report, tells us more about the global commemoration of the World Day for Audiovisual Heritage.
The World Day for Audiovisual Heritage is a commemoration of the adoption in 1980 by the 21st General Conference of the Recommendation for the Safeguarding and Preservation of Moving Images in a Fast-Changing World. The day provides an occasion to raise general awareness of the need to take urgent measures to preserve and to acknowledge the importance of audiovisual documents for the sake of posterity.
And privilege to be invited to address this world-famed gathering.
The ceremonies in connection with this great occasion have been most successful.
The world has so advanced in very little time. Now, this thing, it used to be either audio or you have the visual side there where people were recording before on tapes, and now it went as far as diskettes, it went as far as flash drives, you have CDs, you have everything. So now in celebrating this is just to recognize that advancement has come.
On the day, events are globally held in many countries by broadcasters, museums, libraries, and major audiovisual associations, which attracts media attention to heritage issues and promoting cultural status of audiovisual heritage.
It will also empower the younger generation and also showcase our cultural heritage as Nigeria as a nation.
After UNESCO's approval of the day in 2005, the first World Day for Audiovisual Heritage was held in 2007. The 2024 theme for the World Day for Audiovisual Heritage is Your Window to the World. In the words of Irina Bukova, I quote, "Through images and sound, audiovisual heritage provides unique insight to the past as the basis for looking to the future." End of quote. This underscores the point that audiovisual archives are a cornerstone of the memory of the world. In Abuja, Abdullahi Ajia, NTA News.
Kamar ta isa. Aini a zahiri 10x ce akan da.
Barkataten
Barkata 10 times zai ninka maka kyautar data da za ka yi duk abubuwan da kake so yi a yanar gizo. Ka yi kira na bidiyo, sauraron sauti kai tsaye, kallon allon bidiyo, jin waƙoƙi ko buga wasanni duk a yanar gizo.
bai tsaya a nan ba. Za su bani naira 1000 kyauta, sannan za su bani kyautar data, su bani kyautar kira. Barka da zuwa.
Ninki 10 na datan da ka samu a wayarka zai baka damar yin duk abubuwan da kake son yi sau 10.
Iye? Duk wannan a Barkata 10X?
Maza mu je mu karɓi namu Barkata 10X.
Maza ka je ka nemi layinka na Glo domin ka mori duk garaɓasa data na Barkata 10 times tare da ninki 10 na duk abin da ka loda a wayarka. Duka datan ka za a ninka maka shi ninki ba ninki. Kyautar data na dare da kuma garaɓasa 1000 na barka da zuwa. Tuna nemo layinka na Glo ko ka matsa star 301 hash domin ka more wannan garaɓasar.
Glo Unlimited.
And now sports. Our strong support for grassroots football, as demonstrated by one of the FCT coaches, Bob Oluole, is described as a sure way to talent discovery and youth development. This was expressed during a retirement novelty match in honor of the grassroots football manager at the Community Football Club ground, Nyanya, Abuja. Abdullahi Ajia reports.
It was an atmosphere full of emotions, celebration and friendship, occasioned by the retirement of one of the FCT frontline coaches from public service. For the fun of the day, Team Bob in red jersey traded tackles with Team Chairman in blue jersey. With 90 minutes hostilities over, Team Chairman's lone goal seeded victory for the team in blue.
We want to celebrate him while he is alive, and he's somebody that has, contributed immensely to the growth of grassroots football in Abuja.
He's somebody who gives his all when he's invited for any game. He has done so much, and he deserved this accolade.
Taking the celebration outside the pitch, members and managements of Community Football Club shower encomium on the celebrant for his giant support and passion for grassroots football, where he has helped to nurture many talents.
He's the one who has made grassroots football here to become immensely recognized. He has made football in this our locality to be recognized to the level that we believe that in the shortest period of time, international observers will come here.
The Abeokuta-born player and coach, who just retired from public service, is a board member of the Amak Football Council and Coaches, General Manager, FC Liberty International, founder, Talent Development Football Academy, among other titles. For the man of the moment who was overwhelmed by the show of love, this is the time to grow more football talents in Abuja and the country.
Taking football further is my aim, it's my objective. And since I'm now out of the government, I will now impart back to the community, give back to the community and see what I can give, what football can bring out in our environment.
In Abuja, Abdullah Hajia, NTA News.
And for more on sports, we now join the sports desk for Sports Brief.
Super Eagles winger Ademola Lookman becomes third Nigerian to break into the Ballon d'Or top 15 after Kanu Nwankwo in 1996 and Victor Osimhen in 2023. Ademola Lookman has been named the 14th best male footballer in the world at the Ballon d'Or ceremony held in Paris, France. The 27-year-old is the only African to make the 30-player shortlist for the 2024 Ballon d'Or prize. Manchester City and Spanish midfielder Rodri won the Ballon d'Or. Still talking football, the Confederation of African Football has picked Monday, November 18, for Nigeria's final 2025 African Cup of Nations qualifying match against Rwanda, scheduled for the Godswill Akpabio Stadium, Uyo. The match day 6 encounter will draw the curtain on the race from Group D for slots at the 35th African Cup of Nations finals to be held in Morocco December 2025 and January 2026. In another development, African champion Esther Kolawole has expressed her delight after bagging a bronze medal in the 62 kg weight class of the 2024 Under-23 World Wrestling Championships in Tirana, Albania. With sports brief, Francis Kabile, NTA News.
And that concludes the English version of the news for tonight. Up next is translation. Good evening.
agbaje shaje wo wona ya bi ba da ba ku sha gbedai iwa na ba sha ba da wo mo president wa yuba wa ku na ba je gai nje onoze yakubu eyi ana ba je titin lei wa da nge apai je go mani jigi na gbadai nu ntuge ba bwa nje abashishi gbogbo she gwamnati ke zidda nje minister yasa wuke la batu ga gwamnati kwaya nje pai go mani mato zokwa luko tutinji nkwali gwamnati bibiye wagodo nke apai gwomaniji apai fainu zokwa tutinji yakwanyi ba mabashi lo jikwaji zokwo na ba aje ba na jeje nge sapai gwamani bado wazai baku babu fawu gwamnati mututu mana ye nkwanyi kwaji tigezo kwe abala ku zamu hawajin ba ya na baki gwamnati wada inga gwamnati ke zida ya la pata mane la washi kwashi inge kizina aba kwawu inge akin ajiye biyayi bade na shi kizina minista yanyese wuke la bagbatu to ge aku anyaba ya ina kizina ye ya dudu mbada da ye gwamnati abashi subwado atatin shi baku anyaba wa wuce atun wagodo inga gwamnati ta beye ge aje anyaba zuba eke zidna mata so ko lukon tige ko gai e ya lukoilo na kyaje bado na ibada gu ya bai amma agbaja na baje kuzo ibe ja da wasu shekwaji fe yi paga shekwani yesu saisu
Nọ n'ịnọnyere anyị n'akụkọ ụwa nke taa, aha m bụ Rachel Ifi Ono gere akụkọ ụwa n'uju ya. Ihe nrite buru ezigbo ibu na ihe banyere akụ na ụba na-echere ndị ji ọrụ ugbo kpọrọ ihe bụ ndị obibi pai dị n'okpuru ọchịchị Kwali nke dị n'isi ala anyị. O kwere nghọta na nke a pụtara ihe dịka a malitere iwu okporo ụzọ pai Gomani dị n'okpuru ọchịchị Kwali. Minista n'isi ala anyị na-eme nnukwu nzọụkwụ iji gbanwee isi ala anyị ma mee ka ọ bụrụ obodo kachasị obodo ndị ọzọ n'ụwa niile n'iji hụ na nke a dị ire. Ya bụ minista amalitere ịchụ ndị arịrịọ nọ n'isi ala anyị ọsọ ụkwụ eru ala. O kwekwara nghọta na ọ na-eme nke a iji kwalite isi ala anyị ma mee ka ndị obibi isi ala anyị ghụọ mmiri ma tọgbọ iko. Hawagimba mere ka anyị mata na ha ejidela ndị arịrịọ dị 15. Igbo gere m ntị, ebe a ka anyị pịachiri nke taa. Sonyekwara anyị n'ihe oge a echi niile. Ndewo.
Ẹ kú dédé ìwòyí o, ìròyìn
aago 7 láti olú iléeṣẹ́ amóhùnmáwòrán karùn-ún ti Nàìjíríà ló dé sétí ìgbọ̀nyín. Olúwaṣèyí Abímbọ́lá Ọ̀yáwọlé ni oníròyìn ní àṣálẹ́. Ẹ máa bá mi kálọ. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àǹfààní ajé ńlá ti ṣí sílẹ̀ báyìí o fún àwọn àgbẹ̀ tí ń gbé àgbègbè Pai ní ìlú Àbújá. Amúròyìnwá wa Ọ̀nàzẹ̀ Yakubu jábọ̀ pé ọ̀rọ̀ yìí jáde láti ẹnu mínísítà olú ìlú Àbújá Wike Nyesom níbi ayẹyẹ ìfilọ́lẹ̀ kíkọ́ ọ̀nà agbègbè Gomani ní ìlú Kwali. Ìjọba olú ìlú orílẹ̀-èdè ti gbé ìgbésẹ̀ pàtàkì tó dára torí ìgbìyànjú àti sọ olú ìlú orílẹ̀-èdè di ìlú ńlá tó dùn gbé. Mínísítà olú ìlú orílẹ̀-èdè Nyesom Wike ti ṣe ìfilọ́lẹ̀ ìpolongo láti kó gbogbo àwọn atọrọ àti oníbàárà kúrò ní ilẹ̀ kí ìlú náà lè ṣe rí. Àwágímbà jábọ̀ pé mínísítà náà ti ṣe ìgbìyànjú náà lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ ó sì fẹ́ kí olú ìlú orílẹ̀-èdè jẹ́ àgbègbè tó ní ààbò pípé fún gbogbo olùgbé àti àlejò pẹ̀lú. Nítorí ìgbìyànjú yìí, ọwọ́ òfin ti tẹ àwọn atọrọjẹ àti oníbàárà 15 ní ìlú báyìí. Tó kò jù báyìí lọ ní àṣálẹ́. A ó tún máa rí yín bí ó di ọ̀la. Kí Elédùà kó ṣọ́ wa jù ọ̀la lọ. Ó dàárọ̀.